What's up, everybody? Finesse University at you with another one. So, as a lot of you know, the PS5s and the Xbox Series X's are very difficult to get your hands on. If you want to get them retail, you have to be diligent. You have to follow the accounts. Jake Randall, this guy Wario. There's several accounts that are keeping up to date with the drop dates on the PS5s and the Xboxes and the new graphics cards and all that. But they're hard to get a hold of. There's a limited supply. They can only make so many, and everybody wants them. So, and you can kind of, the same thing applies for whenever you're looking at, whenever the new Yeezys drop, or, limited Pokemon cards, whenever they drop the latest, I don't know what the Pokemon cards are called now, but the new Pokemon cards, there's a limited supply of them, but, a lot of people want their hands on them and they're willing to pay money for that. So why are these scalpers charging 50% to 100% more for these PS5s? I just made a video a couple days ago about me flipping these PS5s. Got a couple and flipped them. Bought for $427. Shipping and eBay taxes, so like $500 together. For the disc edition or for the digital, and I sold for $775. So $200 profit. On a $700 in sales on a $400 purchase. Why is this happening? Why is this okay? Is this okay? Is it ethical for someone to go and buy a product and resell it for more? Like, are scalpers evil? So what it comes down to is supply and demand. There's a limited supply of these products. Sony can only make so many PS5s. They can only drop them and give them to retailers to distribute, at a certain rate. Sony could be selling these PS5s for $800 and they could be taking all the profit, but I think it was probably a strategic move just to get the volume out at a good price, so everybody can get a hold of these PS5s, because this is a 10-year window we're talking about, or 15-year window. They don't care about just the sale up front. Sony's trying to make money down the line. Then once we get these PS5s in our pockets, they want you to be paying for that PS Plus subscription. They want you to be buying games and downloading games from the PlayStation Store. So they're thinking 10, 15 years down the line, they could care. They understood, when they put these aggressive prices, $400 and $500 for these top tier consoles like these next gens. They understood that whenever they put those prices, that there were going to be people buying and reselling. But they figured, down the line, it won't even matter. It'll be beneficial for them to just get them out to as many people as possible. So the scalpers come in and they adjust the price, and what you see on the secondary market is the real price of the PS5s. What are people really willing to pay for a PS5 or for RTX 3080 graphics card, or for the new Xbox? This is what the market is determining. Same with stocks. People pay a stock's price. Apple's price is just what all the people in the market are willing to pay for it. And the highest price that the people in the market are willing to pay for it, and the lowest price that the sellers are willing to sell it for, that middle ground is that's what the stock price is. And it's the same with a PS5. The Sony's coming out and they're dropping it for $400, but people, the market, are valuing it higher, around between $700 and $800, or where most of these sales on eBay and the secondhand market are going. And that's what people are willing to give up, in order to get a PS5. That's what the overall market is valuing it at. If someone were to price a PS5 at $3,000, that's not what it's valued. That's not what people are coming to a consensus. There's no consensus at $3,000 for a PS5. That's not what it's worth. But people are willing to drop the $700 or the $800 dollars for the PS5. Give up, because whenever you're talking about money, you're talking about work stored up. You sacrifice hours of your work producing goods for someone, you're working a job for a wage, or you're a service, you have a business, you work and you store it up, and you have money now, and you can give that work to someone else, and they can go make someone else work, or they could save it or do whatever they want to do with it. But that's just you quantify work and you store it. That's what money is. That's what currency is. So whenever you're valuing a PlayStation 5, we're coming to a consensus that it's around $700 or $800. PlayStation or Sony came out and they said it's $400. The secondary market comes and says no, we think it's around $700 or $800. And the scalpers just come in to make that money and to adjust it to where it rightfully should be. I don't think it's anything malicious. There's anything malicious about scalping. It's messed. I mean, I don't think it's messed up, because once the supply goes up high enough, there's enough PS5s out in the market, and everyone has a PS5. No one's gonna want to pay $700. No one's gonna pay $700 for a PS5, because there's just gonna be so many out there, and it's gonna go negative. The PS5s are gonna be worth $300 eventually. In a couple years, they'll be worth $200, and 10, 15 years, they're gonna be. You're not gonna be able to get away or get rid of your PS5 fast enough. $100, for the PS5. So that's just supply and demand. It's just how the economy works. It's how people work. So right now, these things are going for exorbitant prices, but in time they will go down, and it'll come back down to whatever the true value of the PS5. That's what it will sell for on the secondary market. So I don't think by reselling these, I'm doing a disservice to humanity, or at least I don't hope so. I know it's a bitch, dealing with it. When everyone's trying to get a hold of their PS5s to play, and you got people like me buying them and selling them for a markup. But I mean, you could wait, or follow Jake Randall and those guys on YouTube and Twitter, for the updates, and you can get your hands on them retail if you want to get your hands on them retail. But the reason why the prices are up on PS5s and Xboxes and graphics cards, it's supply and demand. What's the lowest price someone will sell it for, and how much is someone willing to give up, to get their hands on whatever the product or service is. So hopefully you guys got something out of that little economics lesson. Subscribe to the channel for some more content. Like the video if you got anything good out of that. I'll get back with you guys next time.